The United States of America has been known as the indispensable nation. The term indispensability here means that it would be impossible to maintain relative order in the world or resolve any global or fundamental issues without the United States. President Bill Clinton first used this in January 1997 during his second inaugural address, and it was later mentioned on numerous occasions by Madeleine Albright in her speeches and writings. The term was coined to gain traction at a time when we're living in an almost unipolar world, when U.S. influence and authority around the globe had risen to never-before-seen heights over an incredibly short period of time. In today's rapidly evolving world, is the term indispensable still relevant when we speak of the USA? It's surely something that a lot of us think about and wonder. Well, let's find out. Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting video from our channel. In this video today, we take a look at how the world would be if the USA did not exist. But before we start, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us. That said, now come, let's take a look. Just imagine what the world would be like if tomorrow the United States were to completely detach itself from world politics, get rid of all the international agreements that they've signed, give up on all obligations that the country has undertaken, withdraw from all global and regional organizations, and close its borders. The thought itself is mind-boggling, isn't it? What would happen if the United States is erased from the face of the earth? The first thing that comes to mind is that Russia would be the only nuclear superpower left in the world. All strategic bilateral arms control will collapse. The rest of the world would be reluctant to get into negotiations with Moscow, as the gap between them and the rest of the world is far too great. That would, however, not Moscow have dictatorship over the rest of the world. The nuclear arsenals of other countries would continue to be effective deterrence instruments, and a war between the members of the nuclear club would be just as implausible as it is today. China would become the undisputed leader in global technology if the United States didn't exist. However, some European nations, Japan, India, and Southeast Asian nations would likely join hands and become a force against China's monopoly in the sector. It would be hard to tell if it would be possible to create a global technological ecosystem that would survive independently with Beijing if the United States weren't in the picture. It would depend on how flexible Beijing's leadership would be, as well as on how far China would manage to avoid monopolizing fundamental technologies in the global economy. The main reserve currency once the dollar steps out would inevitably be the euro. China would try, but it would be a long time before they could compete with the European Union in the financial sphere because the Chinese yuan is still completely convertible. European and Asian financial centers such as London, Frankfurt, Singapore would receive additional powerful incentives for development, and other global currencies such as the British pound, the Japanese yen, and the Swiss franc could gain in importance. Paris and Rome, the cities that traditionally held the front position in global film industry, would come back to its full glory without the existence of Hollywood. Filmmakers in the Indian and Chinese industry would, however, prove to be fierce competition to the European film industry. Paris and Milan would become leaders in the world of fashion without the existence of New York, and the United Kingdom would undoubtedly become the musical center for a long time to come. Apple, the electronics giant, would not exist, and that would create a vacuum in the electronics market that a dozen of the biggest electronics giants in China, Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan would fight to fill. America's disappearance would send shockwaves in the science and education market that would last for years to come. It would be difficult for sure, but quite definitely, the world would not collapse without the existence of the United States, just like it did when dinosaurs and mammoths went extinct. The withdrawal of the United States would lead to a number of crises and conflicts, and a long period of instability and uncertainty, but eventually, it'll all settle and the world would continue to function normally as it does today. The world would surely miss the United States, though, for the optimism, the American drive and energy that has shared with the rest of the globe, just like the entire world would miss Russia, Argentina, Ethiopia, and New Zealand. Every single country is unique and indispensable in its own way. In the sense, the United States truly is an indispensable nation. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such exciting content. See you in the next video.